Today, Microsoft announced a whole lot of things. A lot of those things were already leaked through the FCC filings and things like that. So let's talk about it. So this one is going to be a little different feeling. I'm going to try to get more radio style with it. But as I said in the intro, Microsoft this morning announced quite a few things that I couldn't actually make a video on this morning on. But they announced a whole bunch of Surface devices. They announced the Surface Book 3. They announced the Surface Go 2, the Surface Headphones 2, the Surface Buds, or the Surface Earbuds is what they call it sometimes. They announced some Surface accessories like the Surface USB-C connector, and then they announced one that uses the traditional Surface Connect port. It's a lot. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But let me see. So over here, I'm looking on Microsoft.com. The Surface Book 3, the design overall hasn't really changed. It's still the same design you're all used to. It's got your SD card slot, it's got your USB-C port, your USB-A 3.1 Gen 2 ports, if you know what all that means. And then it's still got that same 2-in-1 form factor. And on top of that here, it says here the 13.5 inch this time, or you can just call it the 13 inch. Still does the 2-to-1 form factor, and there's no AMD option for any of the Surface Books at all. But it says here that the Book 3 13.5 inch core will include a Core i5 and a Core i7. It'll have also Intel G7 Iris Plus integrated graphics, or it'll have GTX 1650 GPU. And then the 15-inch model will be the 1660 GPU, 1660 Ti GPU, and a Core i7. Or you have the option to go really high enterprise grade and go with a Quadro RTX 3000 GPU, which is like way different. I wish they would just done the RTX 2070 or 2080. That's what I'm running here on my laptop, the 2070. But that's Microsoft for you. And it says it'll start shipping on May 21st, available for pre-order today. Everything I'm talking about is available for pre-order today, and they'll start shipping usually May 12th and May 21st. In select markets. And it says here the 13.5 inch with 256 storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM starts at $1,600, while the base 15 inch model and 16 gigabytes of RAM will start at $2,300. So they're trying to border that MacBook Pro territory with their 13 and 15 inch amounts. So I believe the MacBook Pro is like $22.99 for the 15 inch starting, and then it's also for the original model, the 13 inch. It starts even cheaper than even the Surface. So take what you like. If you like Windows, this is a good one if you're going for your first party device from Microsoft, directly the people who make the OS that it runs. Then you have the quite more controversial, the Go 2. So what they did with this one is they shortened the bezel quite a bit. It doesn't look like the iPad 1 bezel now. It looks a little more modern in terms of the bezel. It's shrunk a little bit. It's got an 1800 by 1200 screen. Says this comes with a slightly bigger 10.5 inch 10.5 inch screen with full HD resolution now. So it's no longer how it was in 2018, where it was the 1800 by 1200. It's now just 1080, 1920 by 1080. Smaller bezels, like I said. It says the port selection hasn't changed on the Go 2 as well. You still get the Surface Connect port. You still get the USB Type-C port. Can be used for charging and stuff, and it's still kept its headphone jack and a micro SD port. I still don't understand why they didn't include a regular SD card slot instead of micro SD, but that's fine. I would love just having a regular full-size SD card slot. Since me being a photographer, it just makes it easier to do it that way. But thank you, Microsoft. And also, it remains separate. The $130 purchase US for the type cover. And then also you'll be able to get a higher end model that includes LTE. That's optional, but bigger battery and the dual studio mics as expected. So yeah, Surface Go 2, it's a go. Starts at $399. But if you add up all of those features going up, it says here, as for pricing, the Go 2 will start at $399 for the base model with the Pentium Gold processor. I don't understand. It says 4 gigabytes of RAM. Still don't understand why you would get that model. And 64 gigabytes of eMMC storage, which is one of the slowest storage options you can do. 64 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of memory, not RAM, hard drive space. I don't understand because I'm running 512 on this computer here, this Razer Blade 15, and I don't load videos on here. It's just after all the updates and everything, you lose a lot of space. So I hope they're trying to make Windows well more optimized, because I lose a lot of space. Just when I got the thing, I lost a lot of space. The Core M3 model with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of SSD storage will be priced at $630. Both variants would be able to purchase. You can pre-order them today, and they'll be available for normal purchasing, not pre-ordering, on May 12th, just like I said before. So they also did the Surface headphones too, which they have a new color, black. Again, along with the earbuds, they have them. The Surface headphones too, they dropped the price by like $100, I believe. I think they started off at $350 when they first came out, and now they're $249, which is much better. I might actually pick it up, me being a headphone fiend. Also, the Surface Buds, the big gauges that you put in your ear now from Microsoft, those start off at $199, and if you're a student or military, you can get them for $179. So that's really nice. I just saw that for myself. I might actually pick those up. And then they also have that travel hub, which comes with a few ports as well if you're looking for that. It's got a USB-C travel hub. I think it comes with at least 2 USB Type-C ports. None of those travel hubs are Thunderbolt, but you get your little travel hub that you can take anywhere. It's really nice. It's really nice. So moving on, let's see here. Yep, here it is. The Surface Dock 2, it says here. The Surface Dock 2, it looks to be, it has Microsoft included 4 USB-C ports on the Surface Dock 2, though the 2 Type-A ports, audio jack and Ethernet port, are still there. So they added more Type-C ports, which is amazing because this Razer Blade has 1 Type-C port, and it's kind of disappointing. It says here it can sit behind your desk because it's nice and small, so that way it's out of the way. And it says here the Surface Dock 2 will be available for pre-order today, and it will be priced at $259.99. As other accessories, including the $99.99 USB-C travel hub that I just talked about, with 2 new keyboard and mouse bundles, the $89.99 Microsoft ergonomic desktop, and the $59.99 Microsoft Bluetooth mouse. The USB Type-C travel hub can be seen below, and basically the travel hub includes a USB-C port, 1 USB Type-A port, 1 HDMI port, a VGA port, an Ethernet port, and a headphone jack. I gotta say that Microsoft Surface Dock 2, it seems nice and all, but the problem that I have with it is kind of too expensive. I like a dock that everything lines up behind it, so I don't like. Let me see. So like this is akin to. Imagine this was the dock. I would like a dock that all the ports are on one side and not like all around it. So that's something that I would rather have instead of this Microsoft Surface Dock. It's just, I don't like having ports surrounding my device. It makes it too messy on the desk, and I'd rather have like the Kensington or the Belkin Thunderbolt 3 dock if your laptop has Thunderbolt 3. Plus, if your laptop doesn't have Thunderbolt 3, there's much cheaper options, even less than $99 than the travel hub to get. But if you're a Microsoft person that you just like getting everything they get, then obviously you'll get whatever you want. So, but yeah, those are those accessories that came out. And yeah, so the headphones, again, they're priced at $249, and the earbuds are priced at $199. And obviously the headphones, I'm sure you can get them down to like $220 something or $230 if you're military or a student. And if you want the earbuds, those can go down to $179 if you're a student, because I just saw that. But yeah, that's everything that Microsoft just announced today. All those leaks that came out, they were all true. And tomorrow is an Xbox Series X event where they're going to show off some gameplay things and some other features of the Series X so they can keep the momentum moving before the fall hits. So yeah, stay tuned for hopefully a review of the Surface Buds. I'm not going to get the headphones, but the Surface Buds, I'm going to definitely get one of those just because I'm trying to get deeper into the headphone stuff, the earbud stuff. I already have the Galaxy Buds. I already have the AirPods. So I'm going to try out these Surface Buds and see how they work. Stay tuned. All right, everybody. My name is Kwaku. Thanks for watching. Take care.